Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel Aqualuna 73. This is going to be another zodiac sign moon reading. Please bear in mind these are general readings and it's not going to resonate with everyone. This Pluto retrograde readings that I'm doing is a very intense energy. It's a very slow but intense energy. It could affect any part of your life, and you might, if you face certain things now in this time, or pursue certain things, or whatever that might be for you, it's going to have certain, I don't want to say repercussions, but everything has repercussions, right? All our choices and decisions that we make and how we approach things, etc. So this is a Scorpio moon reading. Scorpio, we're going to see what the universe and has to say for you, what lessons there are for this Pluto retrograde. You are Scorpio moon and it's a Pluto retrograde. Okay, so Pluto is represented by your sign. So yeah, this is intense changes for you, possibly Scorpio. Okay, what lessons and messages? I'm going to pull 6 cards. I'm going to ask questions for every card, and whatever downloads come through for you, my Scorpio moon collective. It could be Scorpio moon, you could have Scorpio anywhere in your chart. It might still resonate with you. Okay, my ascended masters, my spirit guides, God, Son, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, Amun Rama Deke, my ancestors, whoever you resonate as to my collective, my viewers, the people who support my channel and watch my content. What lessons and messages do you have for my collective for this specific moon reading for Pluto retrograde in Aquarius for May? Yes, up until from May until October. Your first card is the Queen of Cups, is your first card. Second card is the Page of Cups. I'm going to just adjust here a little. And okay, my son was at Comic-Con. You see here, this is like a Lego flower. It looks like those flowers you get in Minecraft. They were at Comic-Con, him and his sister and a few friends, and they had a wonderful time. And he bought me leathers. I like it, I love it. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so okay, I'm going to use the Leclerc Oracle deck. What lessons and messages do you have for my Scorpio moon collective for this Pluto retrograde in Aquarius? For my Scorpio moon collective, lessons and messages, please and thank you. Crossroads. Okay. I don't know exactly if you're hesitant about something. It says here choice, multiple, hesitation, decision, tolerance, and separation. Okay. I don't know if you are aware, Scorpio moon, that the goddess figure, Mother Hecate, okay, is associated with the crossroads. It comes across that you might be feeling like you're stuck somewhere and you need to decide. You basically don't know which way to go regarding something. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Okay, you get the other thing also, there could be multiple things that you would be able to choose from. It comes across as multiple opportunities, multiple options in something. Okay, and you hesitant but you need to make a decision because you're at this crossroads right now. Okay, So let's see here. Your first card is the Queen of Cups. This is your current energy. You're currently in your emotions. It comes across that you're currently deeply in your emotions, Scorpio moon. It comes across as something about your communication. It's almost like the universe, you navigating this energy is requiring you with this Queen of Cups to dive deep into some thought process, okay? Some type of thought process, and I don't know if you should there's something that the universe wants you to do less of, Scorpio, but it has something to do with your communication. Okay, and you're currently in this energy where you're navigating this energy. Like I said, yeah, with this crossroads, it comes across as this is why you're at this, yeah, this Queen of Cups, and this crossroads has to do with something. You could be in your emotions regarding a choice. There could be multiple options. And listen, this Pluto retrograde, basically, I'm trying to think of an example of what you're currently going through, this energy that you're navigating. With this Queen of Cups, you're in this energy where you're in your emotions. You're basically navigating your emotions. It's almost like with this navigating of your emotions, it's like the universe is requiring you with this Pluto retrograde to dive deeply into something. You might be trying to avoid this also. Okay. Or if I talk about avoidance, there is something that the universe wants you to avoid. I don't know exactly what this is. Okay, we'll go through the reading. The second card is the Page of Cups. It's your second card. Okay. With this crossroads and this Page of Cups, it comes across as an indecisive energy. Basically, it comes across as someone with a young energy, inexperienced in something. This is possibly why this person cannot navigate some type of energy. They're either inexperienced, or there's some aspect of them that doesn't want to face something, okay, dive deeply into something, because it's going to require them to face a hidden aspect within themselves. I want to say a hidden demon, okay? We all have a shadow. We all have some dark aspect about ourselves. Okay, Carl Jung, this is why I love him, is his work. Okay, he is someone, he concentrated a lot on the shadow and how important it is to work with your shadow, integrate your shadow, and basically accept that part of yourself, because we are all inherently have that in us, okay? Positive and negative traits. So I don't know exactly what this is, but there is something about the situation that you need to dive deeply into, and you might not want to do it because there is something that you should face, okay? And the reason why this is the case is basically I don't know why this person is avoiding, somebody's avoiding something. This is what I pick up, okay? Let me just see if I can pick up more energies here. I mean, more downloads. Yeah, with this Page of Cups, it's like, I don't know who I'm talking to. It could be just a young individual, okay, with this page. But it could also be a grown-up individual. It's almost like, I don't know, I don't want to put it like this. But it could be a grown-up with some type of immature energy that you're dealing with, Scorpio, or it could be someone, it could be you, or it could be someone that you're dealing with, but it's something immature, okay? This individual has some aspect of immaturity about them, and it could be anything. It doesn't mean I am discriminating against the adult and saying they're immature. This is not what I mean. Immaturity can come in many forms, okay? I'm trying to think of an example. You might be an adult, male or female. Okay, you work in maybe in a supermarket or a department store. Okay, and you have been working in this place for maybe 15 to 20 odd years, in this job for many years. Okay, non-stop, and you have seen people come and go in that space of time. Okay, this is just an example. I'm not discriminating against anyone, but whoever this individual is, this person, every time the people that come there, they judge the people that come and work with at the place, and they basically create this dynamic in their head about what they think that person is, how that person is, even how long that person is going to last in the job, because this person has been in that job for years. Okay, so it's almost like this person wants to boost their own self-confidence by degrading other people that they work with. Okay, so this is like, it could be anything. It could be just a snide remark. Okay, like for example, a person comes to work in the morning and you have a beautiful dress on. Okay, and you might be a little bit overweight, but you're still looking pretty in the dress. Now this person sees this dress and she also admired, or he also admired that specific tie in the shop and wanted to buy it. Now they create, now all these feelings come up and they say, oh, I saw that dress in the shop. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful dress. And they say to themselves, I wanted to buy my dress. I wanted to buy myself that dress, but I'm not going to buy it anymore because this person is wearing it. And then this person says to you, it's a beautiful dress, but maybe it doesn't suit you because you look a little fat in it, or something like that, okay? This is the type of energy that I pick up. Just maybe somebody that makes snide remarks and stuff like that. I don't know if this is narcissistic tendencies. It might be, okay? It might not even be you. This might be someone that you're dealing with. And you basically do not want to, maybe whatever this person does is making you feel bad about yourself. And you don't want to go there in your emotions, okay? Because it's almost like every time this person does something, there's this anger that creeps up in you, and you basically, it's almost like this quote or a meme that I saw about a person that says, if I were you, I wouldn't get me angry because I don't look good in orange. Okay. And orange is the color that people wear when they go to jail. Okay. So I'm not scared for you, for myself. I'm scared for you and what I might do to you. Okay. So you might be the energy where you're controlling your emotions for the regarding this individual, and you're holding back, Scorpio moon. Okay. And I don't know if this individual is aggravating you, but there's something that you need to face deep down regarding some type of situation that you're in. You need to make a choice, because I strongly get the feeling that you've been lingering in this energy for a while. Okay. The other thing is this, that I also want to, whether you're on the receiving end of this individual that I was just speaking about, like the example of the person working at the store, or if you're doing this, but there's something I want you to understand. Your with this Ace of Wands today, the Ace of Wands is a fire sign, okay? And the wand is almost like wherever you direct your emotions, wherever you direct your feelings, okay? Say for instance, you're going to basically create something for yourself if you have a certain type of emotion that creates certain types of feelings. So I'm trying to think of an example. It's like the universe wants you to understand how your words, the words that you speak, and the words that you think, or the feeling, the stuff that you think, how it shapes your reality. You might even start to think like something, how can I say for instance, this person is mean at you at work, and you're basically taking it personally, okay? And you start to have the self-talk, and you're basically alone one day, and you're in your room at home or wherever, and you're replaying whatever this individual said to you that was negative, and you start talking to yourself, okay? So basically, you're creating, at that moment, you're creating your reality, which is going to make you feel miserable. You may be going to be in a miserable state, moody. Now the people around you are going to see you moody, and you may be short-tempered, and you don't understand as to why you are the way you are, because there are certain types of feelings and emotions that you're not willing to dive deep into, okay? Because it affects your emotions, your feelings, and it affects your self-talk. Because I strongly get the feeling that whoever you are, whether you're the person that does the snide remarks, or on the receiving end, okay, that person at the end of the day that makes these comments, for that matter, that person also creates their own reality. Nobody likes them, okay, at the end of the day. And they don't have any people that are going to say anything good about them. So this is the reality that they create for themselves. They basically create enemies for themselves, and they don't create a good work environment, okay? So I don't know exactly what this is for you, but you have to understand your thoughts, your feelings, it shapes your reality, your physical world outside of yourself. How you do things, the things that happen to you. You're going to say, for instance, I don't know how to express this. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of anything now. Maybe, yeah, with this crossroads, you could be filled with fear. Okay, you may be scared you're going to make the wrong choice regarding something if you want to go into a specific direction, okay? Because this could also indicate that you're in self-doubt, and it might be because of this individual, okay? You might be wanting to do something and this individual is putting doubt inside of yourself, or some type of narrative or something that's happening around you is basically creating doubt in you. See, this is like a loop, a self-doubt loop that you're in. With this crossroads, you're staying there and you're not making movement into a specific direction, okay? And this is possibly why I'm going to try and make an example. Say, for instance, you're at a crossroads and you're working and you say to yourself, I want to start a business. And you draw up a business plan and you do everything you're making, open a business account and all those things you do. But you don't like invest every day in the business, okay? You don't put something forward into this business regardless of what it is, even if it's just 1 hour or 2 hours. In the beginning, everybody doesn't have the money to start something major, okay? But you have to like start somewhere, okay? You have to start somewhere. And it's almost like you have the self-talk with yourself, I'm not going to be successful. You're basically placing doubts in yourself, okay? In this dynamic, you're basically doubting yourself, discouraging yourself. Like I said, self-doubt loop. You need to be self-aware of your self-talk, okay? Because it places you in the self-doubt loop, in this fear and anxiety state. Justice is your fourth card. The Justice card today is coming through with a question. Where can I draw hope from? And you can draw hope from this Justice. Because at the end of the day, Scorpio moon, if you apply yourself to something and you do it every single day, I don't know if it's a true story. I don't know if it's a true story, but I've seen the story several times over the years. It's about a man in India, somewhere in a rural village in India. They didn't have any hospitals and places like that. And there was a mountain between the village and the hospital. And there weren't any roads. And there was this man, his wife got sick and he couldn't get his wife to the hospital in time because of this mountain. And they had to walk. The people in the village, if they want to go to another town, they have to walk there over this mountainous region. And what he did is, when his wife passed away, and he made a huge impact, and obviously the news, because of what he did, he decided that he was going to take a hammer and a chisel and whatever they used to break up rocks, and he started creating a path through that mountain. I don't know how many years it took him, and if the story is true, but apparently he got through the mountain. It took him years to finish this, years. But he said he vowed that he didn't want anyone to pass away because of them not being able to get to a hospital quicker, okay? So the point I'm trying to make is, Scorpio moon, determination and applying yourself. You can have all the doubts in the world, okay? But you're going to have regrets also at the end of the day. And it's almost like the universe is wanting to tell you, whatever you decide to do whatever you decide to invest in for your future. You have to trust and you have to stick with what you're doing. And even though it might feel sometimes that you might not succeed, you still have to stick to what you're doing. This is the only way, is determination and perseverance, okay? Do not give up. So you need to, the self-talk, the universe wants you here with the Ten of Swords. In the Ten of Swords, there is a man and there's a woman in the Ten of Swords with a black rose of transformation, but he is basically in his own world, which means he is in a overthinking world, where he's constantly in his head and he's overthinking things, okay, which causes procrastination at the end of the day, and it places more doubts in you. I don't know exactly what this is that you're dealing with. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the universe wants you to also, there's something that you need to address here with the Ten of Swords. It's like the universe wants to indicate with the Ten of Swords, in your silent moments, in your moments when you are quiet, start to practice, okay? Start to practice. Say for instance you are alone at home. Start to practice to become self-aware. Say for instance you thinking of something that happened or transpired in that day at work and it makes you feel bad. It's almost like the universe wants you to be alert to this, because you need to stop this thought as soon as you get it and replace it with something else. And when you talk, because I strongly get the feeling you might be also in an energy like this individual that I spoke about that has negative talk. It could be self-talk, or it could be somebody that's just, when they speak, they basically go home and they complain whole day about all the negative things that happened at work, okay? Or they moan a lot, or they complain a lot. So I don't know exactly what this is, but the universe wants you to be aware about this, about your conscious silences and your conscious speech. Start to develop here with the Ten of Swords. Start to develop a self-awareness where you become so conscious that you're aware, okay. In other words, it's like this. When you're sitting and you start feeling a certain way, ask yourself immediately, why am I feeling happy? Why am I all of a sudden feeling sad? And okay, it's like you need to document this and create some type of order in your pattern of thinking. Because you need to change some type of thought process, because it's affecting whatever thought process you're having now is affecting you subconsciously. It's like the universe wants you to be silent, but the silence, the type of silence is a meditative silence, okay? It's not being quiet when you feel you're being treated unfairly. It's just a calmness and a silence, so that things can be starting to become clear to you. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Your last card is the Knight of Wands. You need to charge forward with this Knight of Wands. You're at this crossroads. This is the advice. I strongly get the feeling that you're in some, like, you know what? The word trail is coming to mind. It could be either you're on a path that was never, nobody walked this path and you're a trailblazer, or you could be, I don't know what this is. Maybe you should follow the trail, because something about trail is coming to mind. Maybe follow the trail of patterns of your thought processes. This is what you need to look at. I'm going to draw a last card here. So be discerning about what you say and be discerning about what you do. No, I mean, be discerning about what you speak and be discerning about what you think. Okay? What you say and what you think. Because what you say is basically, I had a reading a long time ago where I said, I watched this, the law of attraction person, I don't know who it was, I can't remember. But this person says, when you talk, your subconscious and your brain doesn't know the difference whether you're talking with someone else or yourself. Just remember that. Your subconscious doesn't know whether you're talking to someone else or to yourself. So you need to become aware of talk, because regardless, okay, it's still talk, and it's still you are still in the vicinity of your own voice. You are hearing your own voice. Okay, so you basically subconsciously placing certain thoughts in your mind, maybe with what you say. Okay, you might be concentrating, say for instance, like I said, with somebody, like this individual that I spoke about that works in the shop. Okay, and this person that's been working at this place for years, this person is constantly complaining about everybody. Okay, like I said, nobody actually likes this individual, because they're very grumpy. Okay, they might be a hard worker, but they're not very nice. And then this person has this friend at also, just maybe this one friend, and this friend tries to tell them, listen, it's the reason why you're always feeling so down is because you're constantly talking about negative things. Maybe start talking about positive things, about how beautiful the world is, how amazing you feel today. If you get up in the morning, look at the sun and listen to the birds and say, wow, this is so beautiful. You understand where I'm going with this? Okay, the self-talk. The well-watcher, wisdom, power of the divine. You should listen. The divine knows what they are doing, okay? Follow the guidance. Anyway, this is it for today, Scorpio. Please like, share, and subscribe. And please take care. I love you. Bye.